two galactical criminals who had broken galactical what? Law. One was first called, listen, Azalzilla, because we had did battle with these beings. His father, long before he was ever even thought of, and totally wiped his father and their kind out. His father's name was Jan, ruler of the jinns. And listen, they were angelic beings who burned total bright red, while we are angelic beings who burn, listen, the green light. You follow? Well, only one survived after that last war, and that was a baby chur burning pure red light, who my father took into his care and adopted him. Picked him up, put him in his bosom, and carried him home. He became known as Azalzilla, the one who was removed. That's what his name meant. The one who was removed. He then started to burn amber, which is a mixture of green and red at the same time. Until it came to pass that an order came down that everyone was to bow to a being who had 360 degrees of knowledge, while as angelic beings, that time or place, there was only 180 degrees of knowledge. In other words, they could not say no. You follow what I'm saying? They didn't have it in them. There wasn't 180 degrees of negativity. It was only 180 degrees of what? Positivity. And this being, who they were being told to bow to, had 360 degrees of knowledge. 180 degrees of positivity and 180 degrees of negativity, which gave him a mind of his what? Own. Well, he exercised will. Notice I didn't call it free what? Because will, like they say, that God created Adam and put him in the garden and gave him free will. See? And will is not free unless you exercise your will in the right what? Exactly. Because if you don't, then there's a price to pay. It's called karmatic debt that you will pay without question. And you have to keep in mind, time doesn't exist. So whether you pay now or pay later, you gonna pay. Because you paid, listen, more attention to play than you did to the things that you were supposed to, because you have to keep in mind, a demon demonstrates his power. That's a demon coming straight at you. We don't demonstrate our power. We display it for all eyes to see, like All Eyes on Me. Watch. Which was Tupac. Watch. And All Eyes on Egypt. Well, you wonder why the Bible calls our stores that. I'll tell you why. Because everything Tupac penned and put the writing just who his muse was. Bible. Bible wrote everything Tupac. Yeah. See? Now watch. And so, All Eyes